This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2024 Salem Cruise Lite Platinum version travel trailer. The model number is 273 QBXL. So this is not a floor plan or a sales video, it's a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So here we are in the door side rear. We have a spray port here to hook the coiled sprayer that comes with the trailer too for water. Okay, you have your griddle here, and of course you get this quick connect LP line here that connects to the back of the stove or back of the griddle right here, if you could see that, and then it connects at the back of the trailer right here. So that's how you connect it to the LP system. Of course you have a small refrigerator also. TV signal out plus power. You have a power awning with LED strip, speakers, plus this is the vent for the range hood, so if you're going to be using the fan in the range hood, you want to reach up, and this is flapping freely now, as you can see. You want it to be flapping freely when you run the fan. Otherwise, if you're just traveling or in storage, you can snap that shut. Okay? This is the freshwater tank fill here. So, I mean, the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup. If you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill the fresh water tank right here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. All of the plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping it from the tank. Of course, if you have city water, you don't have to worry about this tank or the pump. There's the drain for the fresh water tank right there. Now this has on-demand hot water. So the thing to remember outside here is this is the switch for it right here. When you put it away for the winter, you can just shut that off. But obviously it has to be on to run. So this will only run if there's a water supply to it and there's a LP supply to it. Otherwise, it won't run. So if it's not broken, if it's not working, you always want to check to make sure you've got water and gas. Okay, I'll show you the controls for it when we get inside. I'll also show you the water pump switch when we get inside also. Okay, so let's see what else. Wow, we got some big mosquitoes this morning. This is your pass-through storage here. Okay, you have your cranks on the wall there. One crank is for the stabilizers. You have the quick drop stabilizer jacks on it. The other smaller crank is for your power tongue jack. If it happens to fail, you can unscrew this cap and stick the crank on there and crank it manually. You have a deep cycle marine battery. This battery has a kill switch right here, so you can shut the battery off if you want to. You have two LP tanks that are full, and of course the power tongue jack. And this is all part of your hitch. You're getting a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control with it. We'll show you how that works when you pick up. Okay, that is your dump hose there. This is your coiled sprayer we talked about, and that is just a reducer to reduce your 30 amp plug down to a 20. Okay, of course this is your power cord, 30-foot 30 amp cord, plugs in right here. Your tanks are here, your dump valves for your tanks are here. The gray is sink and shower water. The black is toilet water and waste, of course. Now this has a black tank flush on it right here. So after you dump your black tank, if you leave the valve open, like it says on the sticker, make sure you leave the valve open. You do that, you can hook the hose of the dump station right on there, turn on the water, and you can flush out your black tank, spray it out really well, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing, okay? And of course that's your city water hookup, the most common way to get water to the trailer. You also have a this housing shows us it's pre-wired for a backup camera, a Furrion backup camera kit. We have them here, or you can get them elsewhere. Just make sure you get the proper kit to fit that housing. This is just telling us it's got a hookup already for a Lippert ladder. It's a telescoping ladder, so it's just an option. So the advantage to having the ladder is it's easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 60 to 90 days to make sure there's no damage to the roof caused by, let's say, low branches or road debris. Make sure there's no cracking or separation where water could get past the sealant, anything like that. Odds are you won't have to do anything for years, but you don't know, so that's why you inspect it regularly. It should be part of your regular maintenance. Okay, so let's go inside. One thing to note is to operate the awning, because this door does interfere with the awning arm. You want the door at a 90-degree angle right there, so it won't interfere with the awning arm. Okay, your keys are hanging here. Lights, that's a dimmer right there. This is your solar controller right here. This is for your solar panel. I know you can't see it very well, but we'll show. We can. Right now, there's a screen with two different sets of numbers on there. It's coming up now. 13.9 is the voltage DC in the system. So that's how many volts you have in your DC system. As it comes around again, the bottom number, 0.5 amps. That's what you're gaining from the sun. So right now we're in the shade. It's early in the morning, so that'll go up as the day goes up. Depends on the conditions outside. But this screen is the most useful one, the one with the two sets of numbers on it. Coming up, here we go again, right here. Also, when you come around, it also gives you temperature here, 54 Fahrenheit. So that's your solar controller. Now your lights are here. You have your water pump. We talked about the water pump. You use that water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use it to winterize the trailer, right there. You have your power awning right here. Never leave it out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. And of course, that is your solar, your slide room, right there. This is the on-demand water. So I don't have right now. There's not a water source hooked up, so I can't run it. But when you turn it on like this, basically it'll tell you it's set for 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So when it's on and you have a water supply plus gas supply, you just turn on the hot water and it'll give you non-stop hot water. It's a great thing. So especially when it comes to showering. So two remotes. This one's for your fireplace, and this one is for your sound bar. The sound bar has FM radio. It has a USB drive. It has Bluetooth. 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer, and that's an HDMI in. Let's say you got a TV hooked up. You want to go in with a portable Blu-ray player or something. You go right in there. So when it comes to the fireplace, we have this set up here. Okay, and I've got your remote here. So right there it says low. That's high. That's the fan speed. So right now it's really kicking out the heat. Okay. If you come over to here, you can change the color of the crystals and the color of the fire with the other button, crystals and fire, and then that's a timer. So right now we got it on high fan and it's really kicking out the heat. Just so you know, this when you hook up your TV, a coax goes onto here, right into the back of the TV. You can shut this off, but you want this glowing green. That tells us that the digital antenna is turned on. This is telling you that this is pre-wired for basically the most common use would be a public Wi-Fi booster. So if you go to kingconnect.com, there's also a port on the roof, by the way. You look at the kit, the one that has an antenna on the roof and a router that fits right here, and basically you just get better public Wi-Fi for your family. So if you're interested, you can look into that. It's pre-wired for that. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range that we talked about. Fan, you always want to make sure that baffle's open on the outside. Light, your range. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on right now, but we'll find out. If not, I'll just talk you through it. Now, some of these new ones you have to depress to light, so we'll see. I bet this is one of them. How am I going to do this? I'm going to have to set this down. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, sort of. You push this in to light it. So you have to select the flame, and then you depress the knob when you're lighting it. Okay, that's something brand new over the last year or so. It's just a safety thing, so kids can't just accidentally turn it on, and it's not easy to accidentally bump it and turn it on or turn on the gas, that sort of thing. So you have the three knobs. You have your sparker, which you go clockwise with it to spark. This one is for the oven. The oven has a pilot light all the way at the bottom and the back. I don't know if you can see that sparking or not. But to use it, you're just going to go to the flame. You depress this, keep it depressed. You light it. And when the pilot light lights, you still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you're going to go to operating temperature. And it works as an oven does, cycles on and off. When you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. And of course, there's your lights, oven light. Okay. Always travel with this shut, or else it'll break. Eventually, it'll break. Okay, so your refrigerator is 12-volt DC refrigerator. Okay, so it has a compressor. It runs on 12-volt DC. This is your thermostat. It's very simple to use. You're just going to click it awake here, and then you go to mode, off, cool, heat, cool and heat, off. I'll go to heat. Then you click it. Then you're all set. Now if you choose air conditioning, you have fan options, high, low, and auto. So you would keep going, and you would go to the fan section and click that one also. So set the temperatures here. Very simple. And then click it to set it in. So, excuse me. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It also detects low battery, but the main thing is carbon monoxide and LP gas leaks and buildup. So that light, or that green LED, should always be green. If it's not, get it serviced immediately, because obviously that's very important. Don't put it off. You can drop your, there's different configurations for the sofa where you can drop the table down onto these cleats, turn this into a bed. This section comes out, and you can take it out completely, or you can move it to this position. So you've got a horseshoe dinette, for example, or you can move it over there for a larger bed, whatever you want to do. Okay, this is your this is just your literature for your trailer. This paperwork. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Make sure I didn't forget anything. All right, so the bathroom, the shower works like any other shower. Sink like any other sink. You have a GFCI in here. All the plugs in the trailer, all the receptacles are wired through a GFCI. So even if it's not a physical GFCI, it's just a regular one, a regular duplex, it's still wired through this GFCI. So keep that in mind. The toilet works like RV trailer toilets do. You have a flush pedal here. So what you do is you get to the campground. So you hook up your power and your water. So your black tank has been dumped, so it's empty. It's dry at this point. So you can't use the toilet dry, because if you do, the smell will be terrible and it'll get clogged up. So first thing you do is you dump a dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you step on the flush pedal. Water will come swirling out. You stand on that long enough to put at least a gallon of water into the tank. You can use more, just don't use less than a gallon. Some people use up to 3. It's up to you. But you want at least a gallon of water plus the chemical in there. Then it's ready to be used. Never run it dry. Okay. Alrighty. And you have a fan up here also. Okay. Moving on, we have the bunk room back here, I believe, yes. Find a light switch, which is probably right on the lights here. Yes. Okay, so this bunk will fold up. It's got a gas strut on it, right here. Fold it out of the way. You can sit in the sofa. The sofa jackknifes flat into a bed, so you have four beds in here, which is great. This device, you can also put a TV here. There's a TV signal and all that. You can wire or put whatever you like there. This is your power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So on this side, you see you've got regular 110 AC circuit breakers like you'd see at home. So that's in a sense it's your distribution panel right there. And these are all labeled, of course. Then you have 12 volt DC over here. So you got 12 volt DC fuses here. They're all labeled. And this is also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery needs. As long as you're plugged into shore power, it'll sense how much energy your battery needs and always to keep your battery charged. So it's a control. It's a AC control panel. It converts to DC power, so that's where your DC power comes from, and it charges your battery. So that's called a power converter. It'll auto detect what types of battery you have. You have regular, it's a deep cycle marine battery, but it's just a wet battery, so it'll detect that automatically, no matter which one you put on there. Even lithium, it'll detect it automatically. Okay, I think that's good for there, so we'll come out here again. Now you have a powered bed here. This is the switch for it. So it goes up and down, obviously. You got TV hookups here and a backing plate for a bracket, so you can put a TV right there if you choose to. Of course, you have your emergency escape window, so you can escape in an emergency. And the big option, or the big what word am I looking for? The main feature in here, obviously, is the bed, so you can put it in whatever position you like. Okay. So I think that pretty much does it. Let me look around here. You got storage around. That's your smoke detector. All the usual stuff. So, okay, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect your roof regularly, 60 to 90 days. It should be part of your regular maintenance. And right now, this is in camping mode, so all the antifreeze has been purged from the system and replaced with fresh water, and it's ready to go for the summer. Okay, thank you very much.